The Diz Unplugged Universal Edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hey everyone, this is episode 7 of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. I'm Craig Williams.
Hey guys, I'm Sean Thompson.
And today we are going to take a very boring road, I'd say.
It's boring but important.
Yeah, it is important. We're going to talk about some park ticket information, express pass information, stuff that a lot of people need to know, and apparently a lot of people have questions about it.
Lots of questions. Including me. A lot of this stuff I don't know. So.
Well, I barely know it either, so that's why
that's
this is going to be questionable.
Blind leading the blind.
Yeah, but you know, it's going to be a learning experience. We're going to do this together. We'll get through it, right. And hopefully at the end of the day, we can educate at least 1 or 2 people out there, and that'll be good.
At least our moms will know about Universal tickets,
and that's what's important. Which isn't, but anyways, no. So. I know that everyone has now gotten used to our hilarious antics during the show.
We have some hilarious antics.
Yeah, we've really
shots.
we've been known lately for our hilarious sense of humor.
Sarcasm
that does not really get on anyone's nerves at all.
Well, let's not dwell on this, but.
No, well, first I want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting us now and everything we do, and giving our show a chance. And
we do, and I just realized something very, very important.
What?
We didn't choose winners for the prizes. That will happen later.
That'll happen.
Stay tuned to see who wins that Transformers notepad.
Well, usually we take a break in between, so maybe we can.
We'll save that information.
Yeah. All right. But we'll figure that out before we get there. Yes. But no, thank you to everyone who's been writing comments, supporting us.
It's been amazing. Yeah, really, really nice things. And there's been a couple like weird little things that we're kind of referencing.
Yeah.
Maybe something on the boards. But I mean, for every one weird thing, there's like dozens of really nice comments. So we really appreciate it.
But I also feel like she's going to give us a chance. Maybe one day.
I hope she does.
Maybe. If not, then, well, it's her loss. She's not part of the 36. And
the 36.
I think that's what everyone wants to be at this point. I know I do.
You're not part of the 36?
Well, technically we are because we're logged into live stream. So
okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's sad.
34. We'll change that up. But I don't. Do you have anything else to really mention in terms of Universal news lately? Nothing's really
Universal news? No. I mean, Mardi Gras is still happening.
Yeah,
we've kind of pushed that to the side, but it's still going on until another 4 months, I think.
Huey Lewis is coming soon.
In May.
Yeah.
Yes.
A month away. Diagon Alley's going to open up soon.
Yeah. We're getting excited for that.
Stuff's going to open up at CityWalk, so basically everything we've been talking about, it's still all coming.
I was expecting more to open up in CityWalk by now.
Yeah, well.
I guess it's just the way it's going.
You're just going to have to wait for your Hot Dog Hall of Fame.
Hot Dog Hall of Fame. And the bakery. The bread place.
What? Oh, yeah.
The sandwich. Yeah, whatever.
The bread box.
Bread box.
But yeah, so really there is no news happening in Universal right now. I'm sure there is. It's just no news that we care about. So
well, okay.
If we don't care about it, it clearly doesn't matter.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just
move
dive
on to
right
something
into
important.
this.
Yeah.
Let's. So this kind of stems from the boards. Looking through, if you go on there, it's clear that a lot of people don't know anything about Universal park tickets. I mean, they get the general basis that you have to have them to get into the parks. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's a starting place, but prices, what the best options are.
I'm in the same place. I didn't, until I researched it, I didn't know.
Yeah. And I mean, you just kind of blindly bought an annual pass hoping that it would get you in, and it did.
I had faith that if I was purchasing an annual pass, it would be admission to the park. And I think I was correct in assuming that.
You were. You've been there a couple times.
A couple.
But before, the one thing I like to think about, though, is before you even get there, you've got to park.
This is what you like to think about?
That's what I like to think about.
Well,
not what's at the end of the road, what's at the beginning of the road.
Okay, parking.
And that's parking.
Yes.
So Universal's got 2 parking garages.
Huge parking garages.
Huge parking garages.
Yes.
Lots of people can fit in them. They're all named after fun movies like Jaws and E.T. and Cat in the Hat.
It's heartwarming, just not believable.
Book, the Mike Myers.
Yes.
The Mike Myers version. But yeah, so those are the parking garages. They're fun. Cost $17 to park.
Fun.
If you're a Florida resident, after 6 o'clock, as long as you got your ID, some proof, you get in there for free. But if you don't have that, you're just you have
to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay.
And you have to pay to park for everything, whether it be a theme park or just going to CityWalk.
Yes.
So that's important to remember. It's not like Downtown Disney where you can just go park for free, go enjoy yourself, have dinner, whatever. If you want to go to CityWalk and park there, you have to pay.
And the only way around it really is if you have an annual pass. Then
sure.
But the first time you go, you still have to pay to park. But then after that, it's included with your annual pass.
Am I wrong in thinking that they'll reimburse you for that or no?
I actually think so, yeah.
I thought that there was something where you could take your receipt back and they'll reimburse
there
you.
absolutely is. So there you go. It's as long as you get an annual pass, it's free. So, but then if you have an RV or bus for some reason, it's going to be $22. They do offer preferred parking, which a lot of people take up. It puts you kind of on the same level as where the walkways are to take you to the parks and CityWalk.
I've never done that.
I've never done it either. I know.
How much extra does it cost?
It's $22 for that.
You already say that, sorry.
So it's $5 extra, and you're in more of a premium space. You don't have to go up and down the escalators. Usually you're very, very close to that center hub as you're going in. So I guess it's worth it.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be worth it. I would never pay it, but that's just me.
You're
cheap.
very cheap, yeah.
I am. So, they also have valet parking. It costs extra, and then be sure to tip your valet.
Your valet.
What do they call them?
Down Abbey valet.
But tip your drivers. Don't be cheap like us.
Don't. We're fine. We tip well.
Many a times I've tried to tip a valet guy with quarters, and apparently they don't appreciate that.
They throw them back at you, I think.
They don't throw them back, but they're very generous, and you'll get me next time. But I won't. Right. I just shouldn't park valet. That's the key lesson. There's also kennels in the parking garages, actually.
For animals?
Yeah. So, like how Disney has their kennels kind of on the outside.
Yeah.
Universal's is
right. Well, they used to.
Yeah. Universal's is right in the parking garage. They open up.
Where?
In the bottom level.
Okay.
So it's kind of over by where the RV parking is. It's hard unless we're there.
It's obviously news to me.
I could point it out to you if we were there.
I mean, you don't hear the dogs or anything.
No. Well, that's because they muzzle them. And
good. Don't say that.
Yes. PETA go after Universal.
Go after the parking garage kennels.
No, but they have them. It's $15 per pet per day. If you're a Premier Pass holder, then you can get 50% off of it for one pet per boarding pass. And then it can be inside or outside based on their weight, but that's where you're going to find it if you bring a pet.
Okay.
Cats and dogs only.
Only cats and dogs?
Yeah.
No Komodo dragons?
No.
Where shall I put my terrarium?
Where shall you put your terrarium?
Yeah, it's an office quote. You should have gotten that. Sorry.
It's early. So that's all the parking garages information. But
Too bad there's not more.
What if you don't park in a parking garage? What if you're staying at Disney? How could you possibly get over to Universal?
Why are you okay? You're
without a car.
You can take a taxi, wink, wink, or you can get a special ticket package.
A what?
All right. This is cheesy. There is a special ticket package.
Oh.
Yes. And you can get it either for 1 day or two. It's for 1 day, 2-park Universal ticket with transfers from Disney. Mm-hmm. You receive a 1 day, 2-park, which means you can get into both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios.
Are you kidding?
All right, stop. Experience with round-trip transportation to Universal Orlando from your Disney area hotels. So this is a good deal. This is just if you want to visit for 1 day.
Yeah.
So Which I think a lot of people fall into. They've maybe never been to Universal. Maybe they've been before, but not in a while. And they just kind of want to go for a day. They don't need necessarily a full day in each park. But they just want to go check it out, see what's changed. Maybe they just want to see Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which I think is a huge group of people. They don't necessarily want to go to Seussical Landing or whatever.
No, I agree.
They just want to see Wizarding World of Harry Potter or maybe the Marvel stuff.
No.
So I think this is a great ticket for them to go.
I do too. And I think it could actually, it probably saves you money over getting a taxi and stuff, because in general, I found that taxis here cost more than in other smaller places, towns.
I think you're right, yeah.
So it's a good option. So yeah, the round trip transportation ticket. It can also take you to the airport and stuff too, if you want to.
If you flew here.
That's your prerogative. But no, so that's covered basically every way to get there. So let's jump into theme park tickets.
Okay.
So if you're the main thing to remember is buy your tickets online before you go. That saves you money through Universal. It can save you money if you do it the right way. But so a one day, one park pass is going to cost you $96 for an adult, $90 for a kiddo, a child. Sorry, brain fart. And then it just goes up in price from there. 2 day, one park, $135.99, $125.99, up and up and up. You can get up to a 4 day park pass. And all these tickets, specifically the 2, 3, 4 day, those are actually good for 14 days once you do that first day. Obviously, if you have a 1 day, one park pass, after that first day, it's done. But for everything higher up, it's good anywhere in between that 14 days. So say you're going on the first day, you arrive, and then you want to go and do other stuff in the area for another 8 or 9 days, and then you want to come back after, you can still do that. So
I mean, in those 8 or 9 days, you can do anything.
You can. You could windsurf.
Yeah. You could even drive to another state.
You could.
Yeah.
Georgia. It's on everyone's mind. Especially Ray Charles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, so I think that's a nice little fun deal to getting your tickets, is that you have that flexibility.
You're
but
right.
On top of that, though, a lot of these passes actually include admission into the CityWalk clubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
so,
what?
What?
Like what?
Like the clubs. If you want to go to the Groove, Rising Star.
The karaoke one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cool places. The Red Coconut Club, where kids want to hang out.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, youngsters.
Yeah.
But they can't because they need to be old enough to get in.
Okay.
So, no, but that also is included in the full 14 days with it.
That's good.
So, but it's not like you can only access those clubs for free on those nights. You can actually go in any night of those 14 days. So if you, in between your time, whenever you're windsurfing and all that jazz,
all those outdoor activities,
and going to Georgia, if you also each night, if you want to end it by going to a CityWalk club,
why not? Because it's nothing more
option.
practical than going to Georgia for the day, then coming back for CityWalk.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't sound like a bad thing to do.
It sounds like a bad thing to do.
It doesn't sound feasible unless you're just going to the border and you have that 3.5 hour drive.
There you go.
But,
just to say you were in the state of Georgia.
I mean, some people have never been to Georgia before.
I feel bad for those people.
They're missing out on a lot.
Yeah.
So, of course, then they always have park-to-park passes. 2 parks. There are 2 parks at Universal, if anyone was
similar to
confused
Disney's
about.
Park Hoppers.
Yep. And I mean, the best way to actually equate this is it's kind of like Disneyland, because you can walk back and forth between each park, just like there. You can't do that at Disney World. You can do it at Disneyland. The 1 day park-to-park admission starts at $136, and then $130 for kiddos, and then goes up from there to 2 day $176, $166, and it just goes up. I don't need to get into details. You can go on wdwinfo.com/universal and find out more information.
They can,
about
and
that.
also if they go to disunplug.com, in the show notes we will have all this information.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
Okay.
We provide helpful information on our show notes. Yeah.
I've never looked.
Yeah, I think we try.
I didn't even realize we have show notes.
We have a website too. Did you know that?
I always just say show notes, and I didn't know that they actually exist.
They are a thing.
I don't know who does them. I don't Did they just pop up?
Yeah, they just. I think we just submit the show, the audio show.
Okay.
And then it transcribes it, and then it makes them on its own.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
That's good to know. But yeah, you can find all the ticket information there apparently. For people who are more computer savvy than I am. Before we go on though with that, I also wanted to mention that if you really pay attention and use a travel agent, like one of the helpful agents at Dreams Unlimited Travel, or if you go on Universal's website site too, they always will post special offers during slow times whenever they have them. Like right now, they're running an offer that you can get your 3rd day free if you purchase a 2-day ticket. And like that one, you have to purchase it before May 9th, and it has to be used by sometime in the middle of May, whatever 14 nights would be after May 9th.
And there's resident specials too. Like for that one specifically,
Exactly.
you need to be U.S. or Canadian resident. So
Exactly. So
there's a whole bunch of stuff that applies, but there's other specials out there.
Yeah. So I mean, that's nice of them. They didn't have to do that.
It's very kind.
It is very kind. So do we want to run through annual passes?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
So do you know anything about annual passes at all? I know you have one.
I have one.
Yeah.
Yes, but I can learn about them.
Okay.
So there's different tiers.
Yes.
So there's 3 different tiers, right?
Yep.
There's the Power Pass.
Yes.
The Preferred, and then the Premier.
Yep.
So it's basically each one is more expensive than the next.
Yep.
The Power Pass will basically get you admission to the parks
With blockout dates.
with blockout dates. Free self-park. There's no free self-parking. You still have to pay.
Yes, for that
Yes,
one.
You still have to pay for parking. So this doesn't seem like a good deal to me.
It's not. It's really not the good deal.
Yeah. You do get discounts on theme park and special event tickets, like Halloween Horror Nights. All right. Free admission to select special events. I would say Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Discount on Blue Man Group tickets. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Blue Man Group is amazing. I've never been.
I've never been either.
I think they spit on you.
Heard great things.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Discounts on on-site hotels, like Cabana Bay.
Yep.
All those other ones.
All the Lowe's hotels.
All the Lowe's hotels.
Not to be confused with the hardware store.
Or Home Depot.
Yes.
So that pass
What?
is $199.99 for the year. So $200 for this pass, and you still have to pay for parking.
Exactly.
So you have to really see if you're going to be driving to the park.
Well,
And maybe you have transportation. Maybe you take the bus to Universal.
yeah.
I don't know.
And just to throw that out there for a Florida resident, that pass is actually $175.
Yeah.
So you get a $25 discount on
Okay.
that.
Well, there you go.
So then the next step up is the preferred pass. This would be your standard one. This is the one most people are going to get.
And this is the one I have.
Yeah, and you get the self-parking in there. You get the discounts. You get the free admission. You get some discounts on food and merch,
Yeah.
which is nice. So you get all that same special stuff. The one thing you don't get in that is, well, what you would get with the Premier Pass.
Yeah. Well, if I just want to say that for the preferred, you do have the option of paying a monthly fee. So you don't have to pay for it all up front.
Okay.
You can do flex pay option, which means it's less than $14 a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I think is cool.
That's actually a good deal.
It allows you to kind of space out the payments, so you're not paying this huge thing.
And it's $280 if you are.
Yes.
If you're coming from out of state, and it's $245 if you're a Florida resident.
Nice.
So, and then Premier Pass is the next one up. That's the big boy. That's $370 for Florida residents, and for out of state, that's $420.
$420.
Yeah.
And so for these flex pay payments, you can do $21 a month,
Yeah.
which I think is,
That's a good deal.
So,
Yeah.
however, I don't know if there's enough benefits. So what this gets you on top of the preferred is free valet and preferred self-parking. So this is that extra $5 we were talking about. It puts you on the same level, or you can park valet.
Yeah.
It gives you a free Halloween Horror Nights ticket.
Yeah.
It's just for one. It doesn't give you like a whole pass. Or do we know? I'm sure it's only for one.
I think it kind of
For one event.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
just basically one.
It gives you free CityWalk club access, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And then it gives you an express pass after 4 p.m.
Okay.
But then the best thing it gives you is 8 bottles of Nestle Pure Life water.
Oh, that's premium water.
How can you pass up 8 bottles of water?
I mean, I prefer that one actually.
Nestle Pure Life?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely not from the islands of Fiji, but
I hate Fiji
lot
water.
of stuff can't
Or is
be.
it Fuji water?
Fuji,
I don't
Fiji,
know. Fiji water.
Fiji,
Fuji's
Evian,
an apple.
Evian, Voss.
Evian. Voss I love. Especially when it comes in the glass bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. So that's basically.
Let's
all.
talk water.
Let's talk waters of the world. One thing I also wanted to mention too, just because it's a really good option for people who want to get an idea of what is going on in the world of Universal. Well, not Universal. Wow, Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
They've got this cool thing called a flex ticket. So it costs $329 for an adult, $300 for a kid.
Which might sound like a lot at first, but this is actually a fantastic deal.
So for your length of stay, up to 14 days, you get unlimited admission to Universal, SeaWorld, Aquatica, and Wet and Wild. That's as long as you're going out every day. That's a ridiculous bargain.
It really is.
Just out of this world. And then for $360/$340, you can also add on Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. And it's kind of a far drive. It's about hour, 15 minutes to an hour and a half out there.
Yeah, but if you're staying this long of a stay, I mean, you're probably going to not want to stay in Central Florida the whole time. It would be nice to take that day to go out there.
And you probably already have a rental car. But,
probably.
But it's worth the drive out there. And Tampa's a beautiful area on top of that. I mean, you got sports, museums, Cigar City.
All right, Cigar City.
So that's something to look at too. I think it's an absolute must if you want to get everything. If you're just looking for Universal, obviously this isn't what you want to go for. But if you want everything, I mean, that's almost what you have to go for.
Yeah.
But then they also have VIP experiences as well. This is where you spend buttloads of money.
Okay, this is what I'm not familiar with.
Okay, yeah, well,
is it similar to Disney's kind of guest relations? You're hiring a tour guide?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
Theirs kind of gets different, though, because they have one way that can take you one day, one park, VIP, and it starts at $169 per person. In the slow season, it goes up in price to $299 in peak for the summer. So
okay, so it's very
up.
expensive.
You can do one day, two parks, VIP tour around, and it's $189 in slow season.
This is per person.
Per person.
Is there a limit to how many people in your group can go?
This is kind of like you might be with random strangers too.
Oh, okay.
This isn't the private one. This is you'll just go with your giant group. They guarantee you at least 8 different attractions that you'll get to go through, depending on how much time. Usually, it runs about 5 hours for this tour.
Okay.
So, that's if you want to get those guaranteed ones, it's kind of a good way to walk around. They take care of you. They get you through there quick. But then for the private ones, this is where we get like ridiculous in price. For up to 5 people, approximately 8 hours with a VIP tour guide, $1,899. And then for the that's for the 1 day 1 park. For the 1 day 2 park, it's $2,200.
Okay.
And then for 2 days 2 parks, it's $3,700.
So affordable.
Very affordable.
My favorite thing about these are the titles of these things. Or maybe they're not the titles, but they're kind of the subtitles for these things. So the first one, the 1 day 1 park private VIP, is called The More the Merrier.
Yeah.
Great. The 1 day 2 park private VIP is called Double Up the Fun. Because you get 2 parks, you're doubling the fun. But then the best is the private VIP experience for the 2 park 2 days is called the Whole Universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
for $4,000.
That's probably how you go up and pay for it. I want the whole universe.
And then you wink because you don't. It's like a password.
Yeah. But you can also add people on too. So I think the total in the group you can have up to is 12.
Okay.
But this is based for 5 guests. So then you're adding up even more. This can get into amounts of money that I will never know.
I don't think this is booked very often, is it? Do you see these groups going around
This is what you're going to see celebrities buying.
Sure. Okay.
Mainly.
So our listeners.
Yes. You're all celebrities in our eyes.
Oh.
Each and every one of you. The more you know.
All right. That's cheesy.
Okay. But I think we spent enough time talking about passes.
Yeah, it's not.
So let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And whenever we come back, we will talk about Express and then some of the other options that you can add on.
Sounds good.
Cool. The Diz Unplugged Universal Edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect trip to Universal, whether you stay on-site at one of the world-class hotels or are in need of theme park tickets with round-trip transportation to and from Walt Disney World. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. So we're back now, and we're talking about what everyone's been waiting for. Express
Pass.
Unfortunately, it's not express access to having this end.
No, there's still 5 minutes of that.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, that can easily be done by just clicking that giant X in the.
People have already.
Whatever. Well,
I have no doubt.
I'm glad for those people. I hope it's because they're doing something important like working.
Oh no, they're just waiting. People are sticking around only to know if they won Transformers Snowpad.
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to keep you hanging until the end of the show on that one.
See.
But we'll get there when we get there. But seriously, express passes. I think this is one, like the whole park ticket stuff. That stuff is pretty simple when you think about it. You know how much you want to go there, how much time you want to spend. You can figure out what options are best. But Express is one of those things that it's not like Fast Pass or Fast Pass Plus. You have to pay extra for Express at Universal. You do. And if we didn't explain it, Express is that same generalized form of like a Fast Pass. You get on the attractions faster. So hopefully we can tie up some loose limbs,
some loose ends.
Okay. On whether or not it's worthwhile. I
think there's different situations where it is. Right?
There is. So the best situation, I think, is if you stay at a Lowe's hotel.
Okay. It comes with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, only not Cabana.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forget that Cabana is Lowe's.
I don't know.
For some reason, Lowe's seems like such upper tier, and so Cabana is upper tier, but it's still a value moderate.
Well, I think for us, it's just that since we started doing this kind of thing, it's the first hotel that we've seen open up at Universal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, someone who knows about this, but I don't even know if Universal Creative had anything to do with the design in the other hotels. They might have.
I don't know.
I'm not aware of it, but because we've been through all the Cabana Bay openings and all that stuff, we know that they had a lot to do with it.
Sure. Yeah.
So
going back to what you were saying, if you're staying at a Lowe's hotel, that is one of the other three: Portofino Bay, Hard Rock Hotel, Royal Pacific.
Yeah.
Those three.
Yeah. So you'll get free Express with that. Sometimes you'll see them referred to as front of the line passes, Universal Express, just Fast Pass because people can't separate Disney and Universal. But you never hear anyone go to Disney and say, I want Express. Okay, that one didn't land with you.
No, I wasn't listening. I only caught the last few words of it.
And Pete just informed me that Universal Creative was in on all of the hotel designs.
Oh,
so
okay.
they were.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of shows. The hotels are all beautiful.
I agree.
But, so yeah, back to that. The best way to get Express, stay at one of the hotels. They're beautiful. They cost a lot of money, but you're right there. It's a good deal. And with those ones, you have unlimited Express.
Okay.
So that's where the kicker is. The base Express. If you want to just go up and buy Express, get the cheapest option during a non-peak season, during a slow time, February before spring break starts, it's going to be generally around $30. But Express also fluctuates based on how many people are in the park. So let's say you're in midsummer, Express isn't going to be $30. It's going to start at like $60.
Okay.
Because
just starting this off, it sounds very confusing.
It's not. It's probably because
very subjective to whatever's happening.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, because you think about it. In the summer, there's more crowds there. So if you want to really, if you want to take advantage of getting on more rides and beating the crowds, you gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay.
And it's at the end of the day, it's worth it. In my opinion, whenever it's busy, whenever it's not so busy, I don't know if it is. Probably. It's about how you tour.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't want to go on a lot of rides and you just want to take it all in, it's probably not worth it. But that's something a genius can figure out. But so those base passes, those will only get you Express on one ride. Not like once on each ride. That was what I was trying to say.
All right. Once on each ride. So you can't say I want to do Transformers and then go back in the afternoon and do Transformers again.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's not an option.
One per ride.
However, you can buy a next step up and get unlimited Express.
And that's called unlimited Express. All right.
Yep, and that's where you can ride over and over again. And so the hotels automatically come with this unlimited Express. However, the regular Express, you got to pay for that extra pass. And the unlimited Express, it it can be very expensive.
Yeah. So I don't know if we have the exact numbers for just the Unlimited Express, but there's a quote here on the page that says park to park ticket. So you get park admission plus the Unlimited Express starts at $189.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So-
Unlimited Express for both parks, it's very, very costly. But if you don't have a lot of time and you need to get around, it's the best way to do it. And like I said, during slow times, it's a lot cheaper. It's going to be around $30. But if you're okay waiting 45 minutes in some of like the more popular attractions, then I don't see it as being worthwhile. Right now, you still can't get Express on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. So that's something to mention too. You don't get Express for every single attraction.
How many attractions are there? There's only a select few.
Basically, like Hulk, Dragon Challenge, Cat in the Hat, the big stuff, except for like the absolute biggest. So like for the longest time in the studios, Rip Ride Rocket didn't have Express whenever it first opened up. It has it now. It's a part of it. Transformers has it. When Diagon Alley opens up, it's not going to have it. There's just...
Do you think eventually they'll add it to Forbidden Journey?
I don't know.
Okay. It's probably years down the line.
There have been plans, and they have never really followed through. So I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Maybe one day, but for right now, it's not there, and I doubt it's going to come anytime soon. But as long as you're smart in how you tour and hit attractions like Forbidden Journey in the afternoon, or not in the afternoon, if you do it first thing in the morning or last thing at night, you're not going to wait long.
And I think there's another thing where you can really evaluate your situation. So if you can't go for 2 days and spend that much time, if you were to buy 1 day park ticket plus getting this Express Pass, you can really crunch the numbers and see if it's worth it to cram more into 1 day because you're not spending that time waiting in line.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of really summarized it 3 or 4 times over and over again about Express.
Okay.
Could be worth it, might not be worth it. The decision is yours.
Well, can we go into a little bit about, it's not being so creepy, but talking a little bit about how it works? So it's not like a fast pass.
Oh.
Right? So,
I really didn't want to talk about how it actually works.
It's like a lanyard, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
we can talk about it. Well, when you buy it, you have the option of getting a lanyard with it. You don't have to have the lanyard. It's a ticket.
Is it not free?
What?
Is the lanyard free? Why would
you
not take a free lanyard?
If you buy a certain expensive Express Pass, then it can be free. But in general, you just carry it around in your little booklet.
Okay, your booklet. Because everyone carries a booklet around.
I have a booklet.
You do?
I love my booklet.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
All right.
Yeah. So quit bumping the mic.
I know.
Okay.
I'm fidgety.
Now that I've calmed my anger down.
Yeah. All right, so how does it work? So you have this little card, then you go up to the attraction.
Yep, and you have the card. It has your picture on it. So you can't be passing around Express Passes. It's not like with Fast Pass at the end of the day. You can, you can't just hand your Fast Passes off like this. I guess now with Fast Pass Plus, you can't do that either, really.
No.
Unless you give someone your cell phone and Magic Band and all your money and your personal information, and then you can do that. But yeah, you can't just hand it off. So you have your nice little picture of you on it, and
it has a picture of you on it.
Yeah, it's got the picture on you, and so. It has the scan bar on it too, and at attractions that do have Express, because as we said, not every attraction has Express. Unfortunately, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish does not have Express.
That's a shame.
Actually, it might. Carousel definitely doesn't have Express. I know that. Yeah, they can't even.
I can't say that.
I know. We've gone through that before.
Not on. Okay.
We'll get you a phonics
Carousel?
monkey.
Is that how you say it? That's not how you say it. I don't know how to say this.
Let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about the important things.
Carousel.
So the attractions that do have Express, it will be clearly marked in your park map as well as outside of the attraction, Express line. Sometimes the Express, you won't use your Express passes until you're far into the line. Other times it'll happen like right at the front entrance.
So there's a possibility that you have to wait a little bit.
Not usually. They try to. Express is tried to maintain so you have a wait of 15 minutes or under.
Okay, that's kind of their general rule.
Yeah, if it's over 15 minutes, they have to make sure that the regular line slows down, so that way they can get more people with Express through, because you are paying for it. You're paying for that privilege to go through quicker. So if it's at the outside of an entrance, you'll see a person with a gun. Not a serious gun. Not like a revolver or anything, or a rifle.
But like a Red Ryder BB gun.
Yes, a Red Ryder BB gun.
It's all about Christmas movies today.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's Christmas in July. Yeah, so you'll see a person with like a scan gun. It's kind of like the Walmart scanners.
Like a Telzon.
Around. Yeah. So you'll see them, and they will scan your pass, and that's whenever you enter the Express line.
Okay.
So, as I said, sometimes it'll be out in front, sometimes it'll be further into the line, but that's where you need to have it scanned. Hotel key cards also have this little bar on it, but as of about a year ago, 2 years maybe now, they changed it so you can't use your key card for Express anymore. You have to go to either the guest services in your hotel or at several locations in the park and show them that, and then they'll give you an Express pass with your picture on it and all that good stuff. And so that's how they do that now. But that's how Express works. And then you get on, and you try not to lose your Express pass.
What happens if you do? Can you get another one?
You can.
Okay, they have to take your picture again?
They do.
Okay.
No, they don't. They have it saved in the memory.
In the memory.
But yeah, they take your first born child.
Burned child.
Your first burned child, not the second burned one.
Oh God.
I'm sorry if anyone out there. Never mind.
Keep moving.
So, do you have any more questions about Express?
I would love to answer them. I'm upset about the lanyard. Yeah. I wish that they all came with it.
Well, they might. Honestly, I've never.
Craig, you're supposed to know this.
I've used Express, but through the hotels. I've never personally bought it.
Sure.
I don't go to Universal whenever it's super crazy, and if I do it to do something specifically, and I have a sense of purpose. I need to use it sometime, or we need to get a special guest who has used it. That would probably be even better.
I don't think we have one. You set that up like we have someone coming to talk.
We don't.
We have no one.
I don't know anyone who goes to Universal.
It would be great if we had a special guest. In walks no one.
But I can still hope.
Okay.
I can still wait. So, but let's move on to what you can do if theme parks aren't really your thing.
Okay. That's a very general question.
What can you do if theme parks aren't your thing at Universal?
I
guess we're done.
Do your own thing. What are you saying?
I'm joking. CityWalk.
Okay, CityWalk.
So they have the clubs. We've already kind of mentioned them.
If you're going to throw it at me, you got to be more specific.
You know what? I just like to confuse you.
All right.
So
CityWalk has lots of food.
Yeah.
Shopping.
They do. And clubs.
Clubs.
The clubs are what cost money to get into. And then even some of the restaurants do as well, too. So, like, say you want to go to Margaritaville. After 10 o'clock, it actually costs a cover to get in there.
Really?
$7.
That was a news thing we could have mentioned. The new porch opened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Wow.
We're mentioning it now. Yeah. The new porch is open in the front of Margaritaville.
Check it out.
Yes.
Or don't. But check it out.
Or don't.
Margaritas, Jimmy Buffett.
All of those things are there.
But yeah, so after 10 o'clock, a lot of clubs start charging cover. Some always do, like Rising Star, Red Coconut, blah, blah, blah.
Because of the singing and all that stuff.
My bad. There is no singing in Red Coconut.
Okay, but there is in Rising Star.
Yes, there is.
What's Red Coconut?
Red Coconut.
I've walked past it.
It's kind of like a Cuban club.
Okay. Can you smoke cigars in there?
No.
No.
No smoking inside buildings.
Oh, yeah.
But they offer a party pass if you want to get rid of all the admission for all the clubs.
Okay.
$11.99. If you want to see a movie, also at the AMC Theater featuring 3D IMAX screens.
Yeah.
$15 for that. So basically, for what it costs to go see a movie in 3D IMAX there, which that's not part of it. Like, it's just for a regular ticket for the smallest screen that they have. Yeah. Limited movies. They show Hop on repeat.
Just Hop.
Just Hop.
Hop has a major part of their 3 o'clock parade.
It is.
Yeah. For some reason.
It's the best Easter movie to come out of Universal.
What other Easter movies are there? Besides, like, the serious ones.
So, and as we also mentioned before, with the multi-theme park admission, you also get the CityWalk Party Pass already included in it.
I can't wait.
So, I can only recommend people go to Rising Star. That's the only thing that's worth anyone's
Well, you told
time.
me a funny story about Rising Star, about if someone's singing karaoke and they're horrible.
Oh yeah, they start to lower the volume of the person singing,
Yeah.
and then they have backup singers, or they have the host who's also using the mic, and then they'll all of a sudden start raising them up.
So everyone sounds fantastic,
It's
even though your
basically-
mic is turned off.
It's something that we need to start implementing at Diz Unplugged. When one of us starts to go off on something
Just
stupid,
turn their mic down.
like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
We'll see if we can
We'll
work that
do
out.
that, yeah.
At least for our show.
Okay.
Every time I start spouting this nonsense.
Well, actually, we need the opposite. When someone's silent, we need some filler.
Okay.
Good job.
So, yeah,
It's
so
great comedic
that's the
timing.
CityWalk parking pass.
Okay.
Parking pass.
Yes.
Party pass. Obviously, other stuff to do there might require money, like the mini golf course, the movie theater.
Sure. Normal things that require money.
Yeah, restaurants. That's just basic.
Yeah.
Blue Man Group's also there.
Oh, yeah,
You
let's talk about
mentioned
Blue
that.
Man Group.
They're blue. They beat drums.
Okay.
They wear black.
And they have blue faces.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we mentioned that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not their faces, but they are blue.
Well, it's in their name. It's
Okay.
implied.
I think everyone knows that they have blue faces.
Do they put like Vaseline over their face? Because they're always shiny. They are in the commercials.
Who buys Vaseline anymore?
Is that a thing? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why you even use Vaseline for.
Honestly, I use it in my nose because I get bloody noses.
That's right.
Anyway, so Blue Man Group.
Yeah, you can also buy.
Where are they located? They're in CityWalk.
Well,
they're in studios.
They're kind of right to the right side of the Hard Rock Cafe restaurant. And this would be in what used to be Nickelodeon Studios.
Oh,
So-
where they filmed all that.
I don't know if it was necessarily all
in my heart
all
it
that
is.
soundstage.
Yeah.
But do you remember back to like the old endings of Nickelodeon whenever it would bring up like the funky font,
Oh.
with the weird kind of little scriggly scratchy, and they always showed
yeah.
the outside of the
Of
building.
course I did, yeah.
That was that was the building that Blue
Okay.
Man Group said. Now, sorry, I just kind of got
Sure.
absent-minded there, but you can go there.
All right, good.
and
Let's
see
go.
it.
So, how much does it cost for a person to go to Blue Man Group?
Money.
How much does
They
it
have
cost?
two.
on money?
They have two tiers. The tier one is
Sitting
like,
embarrassingly close where they're going to bring you up on stage. Did they do that? I have a feeling they do that.
You know what? I will be honest. I have never.
That's my
seen-
nightmare.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I really want to go. It's just I can't afford it because the pre-tax rate for tier 2, the worst seats, the faraway ones, those are $69 for adults, $29 for kids, and then for the tier 1, that's $79 for adults, $29 for
Okay.
kids. So the good news is your kids go for the same price no matter where you sit, but for adults, you might have to pay more.
Okay, so you can say you pay for your seats up front and then have your kids sit in the back because,
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, that's the tier 1. Those would be where they throw blue all over you, and it's no. I know we're all thinking the
Yeah.
Arrested Development,
Especially if I'm wearing the
since you're
shirt.
wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
But we won't go with that joke
No.
because then we'll get a terrible rating on iTunes and parental advisory, and we're not that kind of people. But
Well.
they also have a meal and Blue Man Group show deal.
Wait.
It starts at.
You eat in the show?
No, you don't eat during the show. You
Oh.
can get a meal, and then you also get the
Oh, like a
tickets
dinner
for it.
package.
Yeah, that starts at $74.50 for an adult, and it's limited to which restaurants you can go to, but it's always an option.
I was hoping it was like medieval times where you get no fork and knife. You just sit there and eat your
Yes, they
chicken
give you
breast. and then
give you a giant emu leg, and
Yeah.
you just feel manly.
while people are singing. Do they sing? Do Blue Man Group sing?
No, they play like techno music, and they kind of
Oh.
like make like weird
I know they do weird things with their
with
face.
their eye.
Yeah.
Well, that's all they can do. We have spent way too much time talking about Blue Man Group.
All
It's
right.
driving me insane.
I think we need to do a review of Blue Man Group.
I don't see why we wouldn't.
Great, let's do it.
I can't lie. I don't know why we wouldn't. I just also wanted to mention too, the dining plan at Universal. 'Cause
Okay.
that's an option for people who generally enjoy eating.
People like to dine if they like to eat.
They do.
Yes.
They have two different ones. The first one is the one table service meal, one quick service meal, one snack, and one non-alcoholic beverage throughout the day.
Okay.
So you get all that, and then of course you get a non-alcoholic beverage and an entree and all that
Yeah.
stuff with the quick service, or with the quick service and with the table service. I mean, it's a normal meal. That one actually is only available for people with a resort vacation package. So you can
can't
book the
be a
meal
day
plan.
guest.
Exactly, a day guest cannot get
Okay.
that. For the people who do have a vacation package and are staying on resort, that starts at $45.99 per day that you're going to use it, and then for children it's $17.99. Same exact options, but then they also have a quick service
Okay.
plan, and this one is available for all of those day guests who
On those
have
the
got
riffraff.
the riffraff
Yeah.
who have got quite an appetite.
Okay, good. So tell me what it is.
You get one quick service meal, one
Okay.
snack, one non-alcoholic beverage, $19.99.
How is that worth it? How is
Okay.
that different than just going to the restaurant and ordering that stuff?
Well, you may be right. I may be crazy.
It just sounds weird to me.
No, it's the old deal was much better. So
Okay.
the old one, it was like $24.99, and you got as much food as you wanted from select
Okay.
restaurants. So only the ones that served like burgers, fries, chicken tenders, all
You
that.
could literally eat 5 burgers.
You could literally keep going back
Oh my
throughout
God.
the day and get as much as you want.
That's a steal.
And I mean, they never mentioned anything about cutoffs, so I doubt they had them. But that was the old one, and then I think they found that they were losing money on people who would rather go get the meal deal and just keep partaking in the food instead of maybe not partaking in the food and getting on the fast track to one day riding Forbidden Journey
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that.
All right, so I just don't see this working out because you get one meal, you get a snack. I'm putting those pieces together like at Springfield, like if you're at Moe's, or not at Moe's, at Krusty
Well, I
Burger.
mean, with the one quick service meal, you're gonna get a drink with that as well. It's not like you just get handed the burger
okay.
and your fries.
So that's in
So
addition.
you get a drink. So you're
Okay.
looking at probably like $12.99 there, one snack throughout the day, so $3 or $4, and then one non-alcoholic beverage. So you could technically go to like Seuss and you could get the goose juice or the moose juice.
Is that a thing?
Yes, there's
Okay.
goose juice and there's moose juice. If
Or
you
a
know the
butterbeer.
difference between each one.
Or does that
Not
count?
sure if the butterbeer's in
Oh.
that. I mean, that's a premium beverage.
Okay, but it's not alcoholic.
Goose juice and moose juice is just plain juice.
That's not a thing. What flavor?
It's orange and green.
Oh,
You
orange.
try to figure out which one's moose juice and which one's goose juice.
What's
I'm
green? What flavor is green?
You got to go and figure it out. So,
Is it? All right, I
it's
don't want
very
it.
weird, but that's kind of a non-alcoholic beverage on top of Coke, Diet Coke.
Okay, yeah,
Coke
yeah.
Zero.
Those are beverages?
Yeah, those are beverages.
Okay.
And that's the kit and the caboodle.
That's all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I do want to mention one other thing.
Sure.
Just because for something like Express, you may, even though we're already way past that, but
We are.
Universal is also very accepting of disabilities and trying to make ADA guidelines and make it easier for guests to get around. They have passes similar to Disney's. Actually, now that Disney changed their pass to the return times and that whole system, Universal's actually been running that for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
So Disney actually kind of went onto the Universal bandwagon in that regards and using that type of pass now.
Sure.
So if that's something that you have gotten at Disney in the past and you need it to better suit your needs in the parks, that's also available, and that can be obtained at guest services just like it would at any other place that gives away passes like that.
Great. And they give them
So
away.
they just make them rain.
Make it rain, Black Mamba style.
Yeah, but
All right. So.
but that's kind of a general overview. I just, like we kind of said, it all depends on what your needs are for where you're going
Right.
and how long you're going to be there.
You just gotta do your research.
Yeah, exactly. And I like to think that for like a British guest or someone visiting from the UK, they would want something like the Flex Pass that can get them SeaWorld, Busch Gardens.
If they're here
all
for that long,
stuff.
I agree.
Like that's what I would recommend.
Sure.
And you know, but then if you're gonna only be here for a couple days and you just want to check it out, maybe just a one or 2 day park pass
With transportation, if you're staying at Disney, yeah.
Exactly. So there's lots of options available.
Agreed.
I don't know which one's the best. I just know
I think it's different for everybody.
I think the main important thing is that there should be options, and the best option is to just go to Universal, no matter what it costs.
Oh, okay.
Even if it costs $1,000.
I don't think it costs $1,000.
tour. No,
well,
it
does.
can.
It does.
Can.
But I don't think that's the best option.
Watch
so
your.
What? Just do your research and find whatever.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the good stuff now?
What good stuff?
All right. So last week we talked, or 2 weeks ago we talked about giving away amazing merchandise.
Yes.
A Cabana Bay hat that is a lady teal color.
Yeah.
A lollipop with a sticker.
A re-sticker.
A re-sticker. So a lollipop
you can
and a re-sticker. Reusable.
And you know what? Now all of a sudden, like I thought Cabana Bay was the first thing to use this lollipop.
They
with
have
the
them all
re-sticker.
over now.
It's everything.
Everywhere.
You can get a freaking ET. Sorry. Okay. I'm good.
You're fine. Just
You can
move
get
right
it.
on past
You
it.
can get an ET one.
ET with a re-sticker lollipop.
Re-sticker.
And then the best prize of all, the Transformers notepad.
Which we
Compose yourself.
were actually going to go out and find something else to put along with it,
No,
just because we felt bad. But
we
so
did feel
many
bad.
people want it.
I think we were insulting to the Transformers people.
I think so. But I'm a Transformers person,
Yeah, I don't know why. But
so because quality movies, Michael Bay, Shia LaBeouf at his greatest. LaBeouf.
All right.
Megan Fox proving that she is the greatest actress to.
Oh, that's the
to come
worst.
on.
I could not make it through that movie.
Tyrese or Ty Gibbs, whichever one he is.
Ty Gibbs, one of the Gibbs brothers. Barry Gibb.
But
Are you thinking about Tay Diggs?
Tate, I don't know.
Who is in this movie? I don't know.
remember.
Okay.
Josh Doom.
Tyrese Gibbs.
Tyrese, yeah.
Tyrese,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And Josh Dumel.
Oh, okay, he's in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Without Fergie.
Sans Fergie.
Sans Fergie.
Okay.
But yeah, so since everyone wants the Transformers
reasons.
notepad without something else, I guess we'll
It's solo. That's all
Yeah.
you're getting, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is all leading up to a horrible conclusion. We don't know who's winning yet. We will contact them by email
And technically,
or by Twitter, by Twitter or Facebook. Or
we'll let you
YouTube.
know the
That's
way
either.
that you entered. And
Yes.
so basically that show went up on that Friday. So
Yeah, Friday.
So technically,
Oh, we
we're
still
gonna,
have 2
we're
weeks.
going to let it go until Friday.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So, but if you're watching this today, when it comes out on Friday, and it's already Friday, you're going to sound confused. We recorded this on Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Yeah.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will be in contact with you if you're going to win one of those great, fabulous prizes. You know, just the bee's knees of prizes.
They're making fun of me because of Twitter.
Tweeter.
I'm an 80-year-old man.
That Tweeter.
On the Twitter and the Facebook. All right.
That's a good place to
Let's
wrap
end there.
this up. So we will be back in 2 weeks, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe so.
It depends. We might get the studio shut down. So
It's going to take $10 million.
yeah, the only way to put on this type of show is to raise $10 million.
How are we going to get that kind of money?
Well, we'll have to get the whole gang back together. But
I haven't seen them in years. This is awful.
so
Let's just
we'll be
stop
back
this.
in 2 weeks to talk about more
2 weeks.
Universal fun. So thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
See you next time.